Hi guys, so in this little tutorial I'm going to be going through 3 boilers before they go to the scrap. I'm going to give you some insights as to the faults and tips for when you're servicing them. Enjoy, like and subscribe. I'm determined to hit 5k followers. So here we have a Glow Worm CXI. Pretty decent heat exchanger, very sturdy. However, these do need servicing regularly. And the common fault with these is the condensation trap and the flexible connector. It tends to block up. So I've undone the 5 nuts. I'm going to take the burner out. And you have to undo the gas circlip there. So I'm going to undo that now. I'm going to pull the burner out. Pull that out. Always replace the grommet afterwards, look. Look how filthy that is. So this needs a little brush, maybe a fine blade to go in between. Pour vinegar down it whilst putting your hand over the water exit here. That's where the condensation goes. It might be a case just to push down there. So whenever you service these, I always recommend you actually get the service kit. The service kit will be the graphite seal, the condensation seal, and the electrodes. Now this condensation seal here, these perish. These dry out and crack and leak. And the last thing you want is leaking condensation water, because it will corrode and destroy the appliance. Let's get the gas valve. So if the gas valve's not working, undo these screws and just check if there's any rust particles in the gas valve filter. The other thing you can do as a long shot, try warming it up slightly with a hairdryer, because in gas there's a small amount of glycol. They have it when they import the gas, and sometimes that can make the gas valve seat stick. So by putting a little bit of heat on it with a hairdryer, that can dry it out and make the gas valve lift up again. If you're not sure if the gas valve is opening up, put your U gauge on there, isolate it underneath the boiler, put demand on, and if it doesn't lose pressure on the U gauge, that tells you the gas valve isn't opening up. On the HT lead, you usually either get 1k or 5k. The fan, you simply look at the fault codes. They are actually a lot more challenging to overhaul. With fans, the PCBs get a message on how many revolutions per minute to do, and they know how many revolutions per minute they're doing because there's a magnet on the propeller, sorry. So they know when they're faulty. So this multimeter, you can get it from most DIY places. It was less than 10 quid and it's absolutely brilliant. Now I'm not quite sure how durable it is, but the good thing about this, it can actually do loads. It can do loads. You can do the old-fashioned continuity, beep, even does microfarads. So now we're gonna do the NTC, do the high limit stat, and talk about the PCB in a moment. There's the high limit stat. So we're gonna get this cheapy one. And we're going to put it across there. I'm going to pull the cables off and that one, and we're going to check them both. Here we go. Beep. Right. Now, let's check the NTC. Let's check the NTC. So, first thing, Always give it a move. Then it will reconnect with the copper surface. Change it to resistance, which is the horseshoe. I've set it to 20k ohms. And here we go. I removed the harness. So that way, by removing the harness, what that will do, it will give us a more accurate reading. So, should the condensation trap lock up, I recommend undoing that screw and one on the other side, unclipping that, unclipping this, and just pulling that out. Because what you'll find, that gets blocked up. And that needs taken out and given a real good wash, because that can back up as well. And underneath, you've got the other trap there, look. Here I have the NTC for the return. It's set on resistance, which is the horseshoe 20k. Haven't got my mobile phone holder today, so we'll put it across there. The resistance is 18 ohm, 18k. That's not too bad. Now I'm going to try the hot water NTC. (18k ohms), and it's about 15 degrees, so I think that's quite accurate. So if you get an F75, it'll say it's the pump, it's not, it's the pressure sensor. I'll take this clip out, take the pressure sensor out, and usually what happens with these, they seize, they get magnetite in. So you can put some vinegar in it, leave it soaking with some vinegar in, tip side down, go like that, and all the rust will come out. Just change them though, they're about 25 quid. Just change them, maybe give the system a bit of a flush. They have 5 volts supplying it, and when they're working they should have about 2.5 on the return. So you go from black to red, black to green. It could be the sensor. Hot water sensor is a turbine. I'm going to take that off there, look. Pull that out, and undo it underneath. Just take that clip off. So, if you're not getting any hot water, look at the interface. If you can't see a tap symbol, it's not recognising any hot water. If you've got heating on, a good way to test this, put the heating on, put the hot water tap on. If it doesn't cancel the heating to put the hot water on, you know this isn't recognising the hot water demand. This will have 5 volts supplying it, black to red, black to green, you're looking at 2.5. So I've undone this clip under the back one, and now I'm going to just pull this out. Here we have the aqua sensor, the turbine. So always make sure it's clean and the O-rings are clean, and when you put it back, or the new one, make sure that O-ring goes at the front. It doesn't go in between these slots. That's actually for the clip. So they have 5 volts supplying it, and on demand it'll give 2.5 volts back. So you can actually put your multimeter in there, look, couldn't you, or there. So this is how it works. Water goes through there and it spins. In my other videos it shows you how a Hall's effect sensor works. No hot water again. This has got the old-fashioned diverter valve. Take that clip off and move the head and just check, see if it moves. Another thing, check the fuse. It's usually a 1 amp, but just just check to confirm it. These PCBs aren't the strongest, especially if it's a power surge. So turn the power supply off, just warm it up with a hairdryer, and what that will do, it will re-energise all the capacitors.